What began as a major change in how the City of Lino Lakes responds to emergency calls several years ago amid a huge political fight may once again change, at least in part. The chief told me his department is currently reviewing several options. Police Officer Georgia Carlson is the newest sworn officer on the Lino Lakes Police Force. For many years, Lino Lakes Public Safety has paid its police officers a stipend if they also were cross-trained as licensed firefighters and responded to fire calls. It's a plan that has diminished in popularity among officers recently.
The number of our cross-trained staff has gone down, and so at its high point, we had all but one police officer cross-trained. Currently, we have 8 cross-trained police officers.
The cross-training model was the crux of the plan when the city left the Centennial Fire District several years ago. Lino Lakes response times and the numbers of available firefighters during daytime hours are slipping. Most of the city's paid on-call firefighters have day jobs and they're not able to respond. So Chief Swenson worked with city leaders and union representatives to come up with new positions that would be full-time dual roles. But there was just one problem.
What we heard from our employees is that the interest level wasn't there in those new positions.
So now the city has to come up with a new plan, either pay professional, privately owned companies to staff the city with firefighters during the week, contact neighboring departments to beef up existing partnerships, or develop part-time firefighters from existing city employees.
All paid on-call agencies struggle with daytime Monday through Friday response. And so, we've engaged in those conversations with Forest Lake, with the Spring Lake Park, Blaine, Mounds View, SBM Fire Department, and also the Centennial Fire District.
The timing is interesting because the Centennial Fire District, which Lino up and left several years ago, recently completed its own consultant study to address similar daytime response issues. The biggest takeaway, according to the 60-plus page report, is that Centennial's 2 fire stations can't respond across its spread-out coverage area as well as they could when there was also a Lino Lakes Centennial station. Lino Lakes has existing mutual and auto aid arrangements with Centennial, along with other departments.
We already leverage those relationships, and this is really a conversation about, is there any room to expand those existing relationships that would mutually benefit both jurisdictions, meaning resources would be going both ways.
The bottom line, Chief Swenson said, is that the level of service in Lino Lakes with its growing population also needs to evolve.
There are going to be changes as our community grows and call load increases and those things.
The Centennial study recently went under consideration by city leaders in Centerville and Circle Pines. Chief Swenson hopes to have a recommendation to Lino Lakes City Council within a couple of months. Stay tuned.